Things are officially spiraling out of control between Remy, Papoose, and Claressa Shields, and the drama is reaching new heights. Something seriously messy is brewing, and fans are already starting to pick sides. It's either that Remy's throwing shade on purpose, or Papoose is gravitating back toward his wife. Right now, there's no room for neutrality. Everyone's got to choose a side.
Oh, they playing my song.
Even Papoose has joined the game, posting sly little subliminals online, and fans are analyzing every single word. The tension is palpable, and this entire situation could flip in the blink of an eye. Everything is happening at lightning speed, and the internet can't tear its eyes away, watching every move with bated breath.
When she steps into the ring, oh, she won't get.
Remy has clearly turned up the volume on her life lately, posting nonstop as if she's got something to prove. Every post feels deliberate, like there's a hidden message tucked between the pixels. She keeps flashing that wedding ring, making sure no one can miss it. Sparkle. Each photo, every pose, is a subtle reminder who she is and what she's still holding on to. Meanwhile, pictures of Papoose and Claressa Shields are flooding everyone's timelines. The two have been spotted together at car shows, laughing, relaxed, and acting like nothing is out of the ordinary. But fans can't shake the feeling that something is simmering beneath the surface. Is Claressa trying to smooth over the storm before it fully blows up? Because once this story unravels completely, it's bound to get messy. This situation is escalating fast. Honestly, it feels like a train wreck waiting to happen. And Claressa? She's still out here parading Papoose around like everything's perfectly fine. While Remy flaunts that wedding ring like it's a trophy of pride, every post she shares carries a smile that says, "I know something you don't." And it's got people genuinely puzzled about what's really going on between her and Papoose. It's strange, no question about it. But here's where things take an even more unexpected turn. Remy took to social media and made it crystal clear that she's not the one holding up the divorce. She flat out said she's already signed the papers. She even offered to cover the whole cost herself. No drama, no fighting, just done. According to Remy, she doesn't want to send no custody battles, and certainly no strings attached to Papoose. She claims she's been handling her own business since day one. So if that's the case, what's really holding things up? Here's the kicker. Papoose still hasn't signed a single paper. Not one. That's where things start to get interesting. If both parties want out, why the delay? Fans online are already speculating that Claressa Shields is running out of patience, tired of being tied to a married man. And honestly, who could blame her? Rumors are swirling that she might even be willing to pay for the divorce just to put an end to the mess. So now, the burning question is, what's stopping Papoose from signing the papers and officially cutting ties? What's holding him back from ending this once and for all? Because until he does, this love triangle will keep spinning wildly out of control. The one thing that's clear, Remy isn't the one dragging her feet. It's Papoose. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Remy actually pulled the divorce papers back. That move alone has left everyone talking, wondering what's really going on behind those closed doors. Now, people are starting to ask the obvious question. Is Claressa Shields trying to win over Papoose with money? Is she flexing her success to show him she can offer him a better lifestyle? Rumors are swirling that Claressa has been making sure Papoose sees exactly how well she's doing. almost like she's saying, "Look at my checks. Look at how I live." Meanwhile, Remy's career has been quieter lately, and it seems like Claressa might be using that to her advantage. She could be showing him the luxury, the glam, the trips, the gifts, basically saying, "This could be your life with me." It starts to look like she's trying to buy her way into his heart. But here's where things take a dark turn. Some people believe that Papoose and Remy might actually be in on this whole game together, and that everything happening right now is one big stunt to keep the public talking. Still, it's a risky move, because what if it backfires? What if Papoose starts developing real feeling for Claressa Shields? Maybe that's exactly what she's counting on. Maybe she believes that the more time he spends with her, the more she treats him, the more he'll see her as the better option. Could that really be her strategy? Because if it is, this love triangle just went from messy to straight up dangerous. And then things got even more uncomfortable. A recent live video of Claressa Shields sent people into a frenzy. She was in the kitchen with Papoose, cracking a little joke. The camera zoomed in on him, but she was the only one laughing. He looked completely uninterested, like he didn't even want to be there. The vibe was cold, tense, nothing like the energy he once had with Remy. It was all over his face. He looked annoyed, almost like she was getting on his nerves. But that's not even the wildest part. Claressa went online and made a bold claim. She flat out said that Papoose is not her manager. She said he doesn't handle her business, her music, or her money. According to her, every check she earns from deals and appearances goes straight into her own bank account, and she hasn't given him a single dime. That's a huge statement, especially with all the talk about him supposedly managing her career. Now, people are divided. Someone's clearly not telling the truth. Some think they're both lying just to save face. Fans have already caught Papoose being shady with his excuses, telling Claressa that the viral photos and videos with Remy were just AI edits, and claiming every New York trip was strictly business. But let's be honest, those photos of him and Remy shopping together, they don't lie. Something isn't adding up, and people are starting to catch on. If this keeps going, someone is going to slip, and when that happens, the truth will blow wide open. Let's be real for a second. If Claressa Shields isn't handing Papoose any money, nobody's buying that story. Everyone can see something is off because he's not out here working for free. If he was taking 20% off everything Remy made, do you really think he'd just switch lanes and manage Claressa purely out of the goodness of his heart? Come on. Remy herself even admitted she got tired of giving him that 20% cut every time she made a move. So why would he suddenly be working for Claressa with no deal in place? It doesn't add up. That's the question everyone's asking. Why charge one woman and not the other? All Remy ever wanted was for him to carve out his own lane and make money off his own name instead of hers. But now, it looks like he's finessing another woman, just like people think he finessed Remy. The whole situation is messy from every angle. And as if that wasn't enough, Claressa hopped online claiming Papoose isn't her manager. But maybe someone needs to tell Papoose that, because he's clearly acting like he's running the show. If Claressa insists he's not handling her business, she might want to sit him down for a serious chat, because from the outside, he's acting like he's in charge. To top it all off, Papoose has been dropping cryptic subliminals again. One of his latest posts had everyone scratching their heads, with him saying, debating if I'm going to let it slide or start something. Bold move, right? Naturally, everyone's guessing who he's talking about. Remy, Claressa, or both. Whatever it is, things are heating up, and it feels like a big reveal is coming. Now, the entire internet is wondering, who is Papoose really shading with that post? Could be Remy, stirring the pot. Honestly, with her flashing that wedding ring, posting cryptic captions and grinning in every frame, she's basically screaming, I'm still the wife. Don't forget, maybe it's all a bit of intentional pettiness. A calculated move to rattle him and shake up the situation with Claressa. Things got even sketchier when that mystery page popped up online while Papoose was out of town. Out of nowhere, it started posting messages about waking up next to her husband, love, and loyalty. Fans immediately jumped to conclusions, assuming it was Remy or some of her camp, sending a subtle message. So, maybe Papoose's subliminal post saying, debating if I'm gonna let it slide or start something, was his clapback. Maybe he was basically saying, I see what you're doing, and I'm not here for the games. But here's another twist. What if he posted that to calm things down with Claressa shields? Maybe he wanted to make it look like he's done with Remy and fully focus on Claressa. Now that IT could be his way of saving face, keeping the peace while being pulled in two directions. Let's be real. He's walking a razor's edge between two strong personalities, both of whom know exactly how to push his buttons. So, what's really going on here? Is Papoose annoyed with Remy for her slick posts, or is he secretly trying to play it cool with Claressa while still keeping an eye on his wife? That debating if I'm going to let it slide line says a lot, and people are reading way too deep into it. Could this be a sign that he's genuinely starting to care about Claressa, or is it all just part of a bigger game none of them are ready to admit they're playing?
Our fighters are here, but the fighters did not come by themselves. Glenn, we thank you so much, my brother.
Now, here's where things get seriously messy. People are starting to speculate that Papoose might be trying to convince Claressa's shields that it's truly over with Remy. You know how it goes. He could be telling her things like, I don't want to know more, just to calm Claressa down and make her feel securer. But is he being honest? Or is he just trying to keep both sides quiet for now? That's the million-dollar question everyone's asking. Some fans think that post he made, the one about debating if I'm going to let it slide or start something, was meant to make Claressa believe that Remy is the problem. Like he's saying, see, she's the one stirring the drama, not me. Maybe he's painting Remy as a jealous ex to protect whatever's going on with Claressa. But here's the kicker. Those jewelry shop pictures didn't look fake at all. People are convinced they weren't AI edited. They were real. And if that's true, it means there's still something happening between him and Remy behind the scenes. So why hasn't Papoose come forward publicly to clear the air? If he really wanted to prove it's over with Remy, why not make a definitive statement instead of keeping everything hush-hush? Saying one thing privately to Claressa and another to the world only makes things look more suspicious. It almost seems like he's trying to shield both women from the full truth. Meanwhile, Remy is out here making the situation even more confusing. She's still posting photos of her wedding ring, flashing it in every shot, smiling, laughing, showing it off like it's a statement. And the timing couldn't be crazier, right when Papoose is being spotted out with Claressa. So what's driving her? Is she reminding everyone she's still the wife? Or is this petty, calculated chaos to shake things up and show Claressa that she still has a hold on him? It's a risky move because this back and forth doesn't just make Claressa look bad. It makes Remy look messy too. One moment she's acting like she has her man back, and the next he's out with someone else. Could this all be part of her plan to stir chaos and break him down from the inside? If so, Remy is playing a dangerous game, and it could blow up at any second. Something's definitely off. Seriously strange vibes all around. It's almost like this whole situation between Papoose, Remy, and Claressa has turned into a full-blown tug-of-war. Some people even say that Papoose might be sticking around just long enough to get what he wants from Claressa, money, gift, status, and then slide right back to Remy once he's done. That theory alone has the internet buzzing nonstop.
Claressa Shields, you already know I've been rocking with you. I'm walking out the champ, the world champ, the champion of the biggest. Who said walk? You better get your tickets right now. Detroit, February 22nd, and I'm coming turn up. Yeah, I'm coming out with the champ. Yeah, you. I can't wait. Yeah, Boots in the boxing. Ain't no.
And now the rumor mill is buzzing that Claressa Shields might be about to buy Papoose a car. Can you even wrap your head around that? People are already joking that she's trying to lock him down with straight-up luxury. But here's a word of caution. If she actually buys that car, she better make sure it stays in her name. Because imagine dropping all that cash only to see Papoose and Remy cruising around in it together. Embarrassing doesn't even begin to cover it. Lord have mercy, the drama keeps stacking up. Sooner or later, something's got to give. Claressa can't keep playing this exhausting game forever. It's draining. Sooner or later, she's going to have to set a boundary and tell Papoose, look, if you're serious about me, prove it. Because talk is cheap, and those divorce papers are what actually count. If Claressa wants peace and clarity, she's going to have to push for that divorce to go through. No more back and forth, no more secret posts. Real action is the only way forward. Let's be honest. Until Papoose officially signs those papers, everything he says is just words. And if he keeps dodging it, Claressa might have to walk away for good. That would finally shut everyone up. And here's the kicker. Remy and Papoose still haven't fully let go of each other. They're still legally tied, still acting like something's there. And now everyone's talking. It's almost like they've just stopped caring about the divorce entirely. Maybe that's exactly why Remy keeps flashing that wedding ring nonstop. Maybe she's making a statement, showing the world that even if Papoose won't come home, he also won't let her go. She could be trapped in this bizarre limbo where he refuses to officially release her, so she can truly move on. And now it gets even more suspicious. Rumors say Papoose upgraded her wedding ring. Wait, what? How do you go from divorce chatter to jewelry upgrades? Unless he secretly picked up some mysterious new income, it doesn't add up. Fur coats, flashy rings, Louis Vuitton luggage, and more. Where's all this money coming from? Claressa already claimed he isn't getting a dime from her. But if that's true, then who's footing the bill for this luxury lifestyle? Is he secretly cashing in elsewhere? Or is Claressa not being fully honest? Because if he's walking around with designer bags and expensive gifts while supposedly broke, someone is definitely lying, and badly.
So usually Papoose the first.
So yeah, he gets this.
No.
I like girls who melanin
That's good though.
elegant.
Fans are starting to suspect that both Papoose and Claressa Shields might be spinning stories just to protect their images. Maybe Claressa doesn't want to admit she's been spoiling Papoose, or maybe he's just smooth enough to make it all look like magic. Either way, something about this whole "he's not on my team" talk sounds off, because all signs point to him cashing in big time by being around her. So, who's really fooling who? Now, here's the wildest part. Papoose is out here making moves for Claressa, setting up deals, handling business left and right. Yet she jumps online and claims, "He's not my manager." Makes sense? Nope. Something is clearly not adding up. How is he running her career moves, but supposedly not managing her? The story is getting twisted, and fans are losing it. Try to figure out who's telling the truth. Let's talk about Remy for a second, because she might be playing a dangerously risky game right now. She's acting like she's still in control, but this could backfire spectacularly. Some think Papoose has realized he doesn't need to grind anymore. Why hustle when someone with money is taking care of you? Plenty of guys would rather play the part, make a few decisions, and live comfortably while someone else foots the bill. And honestly, that's exactly what it's starting to look like. If that's the case, Papoose might have just upgraded the situation with Claressa. Comfort, perks, connections, all without lifting a finger. Meanwhile, Remy could end up being the one hurt when it's all said and done. Even though everyone can see his connection with Claressa isn't as deep as what he had with Remy, this new setup might actually be working for him. Attention, lifestyle, freedom, all while keeping both women emotionally tied. But here's the piece everyone keeps skipping. Easy, the block captain. People seem to have forgotten that while Remy was wrapped up in her own drama, Easy was out here acting wild, flirting, getting caught up with other women, and straight up embarrassing her ever since he got linked to her. His behavior's been messy, and now that he's quiet, some think he's just waiting for this whole thing to blow over. Others believe Remy's chaos with Papoose is karma coming full circle. So, the real question is, who's coming out on top in this mess? Because at this point, everyone's playing everyone, and somebody is bound to get the short end of the stick. And here's the kicker. If Remy is supposed to be with Easy, then why is she still posting about her husband? All the wedding ring photos, captions about her man, and that energy like she's still married and proud? It doesn't add up. If she's truly moved on, why is she so focused on Papoose and Claressa's drama? Anyone would feel some type of way about that, especially Easy. And speaking of him, he's been super quiet. So quiet that fans are questioning if they're even together anymore. It's like he vanished completely. No posts, no comments, no sightings, nothing. Fans are starting to speculate two things. Either they secretly broke up, or Remy told him to stay silent while she handles the drama her way. Maybe she's thinking, let me handle this, just don't say anything. And for now, he's playing along.
And you know what? I got it. Here. The Papoose is upstairs.
Shut up.
Yeah, he upstairs. So I'm gonna make it play real quick. I'm gonna take it to him upstairs. I'll make it fun.
Was that rice good?
It was. I feel like Papoose, he don't eat a whole lot, but I'm gonna put him some more rice on him because I thought he hadn't eaten today. I think he had some cereal. But come on, I can't. I mean, I guess I grabbed it. Bookie.
Thank you, baby.
Because Papoose is upstairs. Now I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna sit down to eat. I'm gonna sit down and eat my food now. But y'all be cracking me up with that. I saw it up TikTok. I said, what is going on? Oh, y'all know, first of all, I don't be on no TikTok. But yeah, people have to realize that Pisces are loners and we be in our own space, minding our own.
But if that's the case, buckle up, because someone's feelings are about to get shredded. Drama like this never wraps up neatly, especially when public posts collide with private relationships. Everyone's watching, everyone's talking, and the tension is thick enough to slice through. While some folks online are exhausted by it, others are glued to every single move because this story has it all. Chaos, love, loyalty, betrayal, and pride. Remy has been posting nonstop, flaunting that wedding ring like it's a crown, a proof she still holds power in this tangled mess. Post after post, grin after grin, that ring is front and center for everyone to see. But here's the million-dollar question. Is it love, pride, or pure unfiltered pettiness? Whatever it is, it's keeping the saga alive, and the internet can't look away. Something's about to snap. The tension between Papoose, Remy, and Claressa Shields has hit its boiling point, and word on the street is that Valentine's Day could be the explosion. Fans are already speculating that Papoose might pull the same stunt he did at Christmas, splitting his time between both women. Rumor has it, he could start the day with Remy, playing the devoted husband, and then slide over Claressa later that evening or the next day to keep the peace. That move alone would spill all the tea on where his heart truly lies. But he spends Valentine's entirely with Claressa. The story flips. That would mean Remy's been trolling all along, posting her wedding ring, smiling in selfies, and dropping subliminals just to stir chaos and needle Claressa. Picture her watching the internet explode over every tiny post while playing the long game. If he picks Claressa for Valentine's, it proves Remy's strategy was pure pettiness, not passion on the flip side. If he repeats his Christmas shuffle, splitting the day, it's game over. Remy still has him emotionally locked in, and Claressa might finally realize she's been a side storyline in a marriage that never officially ended. Fans are already saying Valentine's could be her breaking point. The moment she sees she's been holding on to someone who was never fully hers. And when that happens, expect her to finally stop playing nice and call everyone out publicly. Point one thing certain. This love triangle cannot last forever. The lies, the subliminals, the secret meetups. It's all building towards something explosive. Someone's walking away heartbroken. Someone's walking away vindicated. Valentine's Day might not deliver roses or romance. It could bring nothing but receipts and regrets. So, strap in. The drama is far from over. This story is heating up, and you do not want to miss what happens next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think Papoose will choose when Valentine's Day hits? Will he go back to Remy, or keep playing house with Claressa Shields? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, because whatever happens next is about to get absolutely wild.